In my section, I'm focusing on why the Maori dress is so meaningful. Maori clothing is more than just something for them to wear. It carries deep cultural meaning and reflects on their identity, their history, and their connection to the land. The Maori are indigenous people of Aotearoa, New Zealand. Their culture is guided by these three important ideas. Whakapapa means their family line and ancestry. Tikanga is the customs and the right way to do things, and mana is spiritual strength, spiritual dignity, and honor. These ideas shape how the Maori people see themselves and their responsibilities. Traditional Maori clothing, especially cloaks made from muka, which comes from flax fibers, these hold a lot of meaning to them. These cloaks are often decorated with feathers and can show leadership, respect, and a person's whakapapa clothing. Clothing communicates who someone is within the community. Some garments are worn in ceremonies or performances because they connect to the Maori spiritual beliefs. Clothing isn't just for their appearance, but it expresses their identity, their spirituality, and a person's relationship to their ancestors. Maori dress also shows how closely they are to the land. The materials they use, like the flax fibers, feathers, and plants, come directly from the nature of the land around them. Gathering and preparing these materials is done with care and respect, honoring both the environment and the ancestors who taught them these skills. Weaving is a cultural practice that has been passed down from generations. It takes patience and skill, and the process carries traditional knowledge. Weaving helps keep the Maori people and their culture alive and connects back to their heritage. When the Europeans arrived, many Maori clothing traditions were disrupted and a lot of knowledge was lost. But today, the Maori weavers, artists, and their designers are working hard to bring back these practices. The revival strengthens cultural pride and keeps these traditions alive.
Hello, my name is Evan, and I'm going to be talking about the historical background of Maori dress. The Maori people were originally from eastern Polynesia, and they came via large canoes called wakas. There's two types of wakas: a small canoe meant for fishing and everyday travel, and then there's a large war canoe. The war canoes can get up to 40 meters long, and they could carry a lot of people. And this one is only about 14 meters long, so it's relatively small as the wakas go, the war ones, that is. Um, the weather was drastically different in New Zealand compared to Eastern Polynesia. Um, they traveled during the 12th century and they quickly adapted to their new environment. This is a kraka cloak. It was made using woven techniques originating from fishing nets. This one here is a 13th century pre-colonial fragment. It was made using the 2-ply Z-twist cord, and it was adorned with these small tassels to aid as in like a small form of self-expression. Um, this is a kawakura. It is a dogskin cloak, and then the cloaks often were symbols of power and status. Uh, the kawakura and other cloaks were often passed down as family heirlooms. They're usually multiply to act not only as visual displays but also functional garments. This is made of kura skin and fur, which is a type of dog, and this is sewn to a flax foundation. This is a peke. It's a 3-ply raincoat. The outer layer is made out of unprocessed hariki fibers, and then each of the fibers acted as a individual rain gutter, which directed all of the water away. This was very functional, and then in the top, it's woven in there, so it is. It's yeah. There's the haraki no ki haruku, the feather cloaks. Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing all of them. Um, and you can see here he's wearing one of them, and it's has the flax foundation, and then the feathers were woven in. He's also holding a patsu club. That's also a status symbol because a high-ranking individual would stand at the front of a waka holding one of these paddles, and it's small because he doesn't have to row. Instead, he is the leader, and so he just has to lead. You can also see his facial tattoos, which is a art of the Tamoku, and it is another symbol of status and spirituality. You can see he's sporting some green earrings and some feathers. The green earrings are made from a stone that is local to New Zealand, so it's really precious to the Maori people. Here you can see Queen Elizabeth sporting a kawakiwi. So it's a feather cloak made from kiwi feathers. The kiwi feathers were very soft, and it was a gift to her in 1953. It was a gift to her corporation who aided New Zealand. As you can see, her cloak is dyed red, which is also a symbol of strength to the Maori people. So this cloak is of very high quality and status fit for.
Hi, my name is Melise, and I'm going to share with you guys the traditions and rituals involving dress. This slide will focus on the importance of clothing and culture of Maori. The central role of Maori religion, identity, and ceremony is clothing. Their garments are communicating identity with spiritual values and connecting to their ancestors. Kakua is the most important garment because it is the most traditional cloak, which carries the culture and the spiritual meaning. Next is the ceremonial uses of kakua. Kakua are being worn during major life events such as pauri, which is a welcome ceremony, marriage and rites of passage, funerals, warfare, and leadership events. Next, we will be talking about clothing and pauri. The participants are wearing garments that are reflecting their tribe or sub-tribe. Cloaks are often made of dogskin, flax, or feathers. There are many specific things for preparing and wearing. Kakua is a symbol of mana, respect, authority, and honor of visitors and hosts. Clothing in Tangihanga is the type of clothing to express mourning and reverence. People who may wear dark colors of kakua or pass down garments through generations. Connecting clothing through living to the deceased and acknowledging spiritual presence. Now I will be sharing gift traditions and social rank. Cloaks are a very important symbol of social rank in mana. Individuals with high status are often wearing elaborate feathered or woven cloaks. Kakua are often gifted during these major events to be of honor of the families and strengthen social bonding. Handling and weaving garments are often followed by sacred protocols, often involving prayers. Next is spiritual meaning of clothing. Garments are believed to be holding spiritual strength and guidance. A cloak being worn is connecting a person to heritage and spiritual identities. Clothing bridges the spiritual and physical worlds. Next is clothing in tahamoko. Tahamoko is a traditional Maori tattooing which is considered clothing of the skin. Identity and genealogy and social roles are communicating. This slide, we will be talking about cultural values in weaving. Weaving flax and feathers requires patience, skill, and adherence to each protocol. Karakia is being performed to honor animals, plants, and ancestors. All of the garments are reflecting Maori's respects for nature as well as cultural values. Some extra information I would like to include is tahamoko and Maoris embody identity and spirituality and social hierarchy. Whether in Tangihanga, marriages, powering, or rites of passage, kaua serves as powerful symbols of mana, community, and heritage. Weaving, gifting, and wearing cloaks and marking on skin with tahamoko Maori traditions are connecting the physical and spiritual worlds as one.
Hello, I'm Jose. I'm going to be talking about Maori culture, specifically Maori dress, supplements, and modifications. So first off, we have Maori garments. Some of the most significant garments within Maori culture include the korowai, the kaitaka, the kahuhuruhuru, the kahukiwi, the pake, and the piupiu. Here in the top left corner, we have the korowai. This is a type of cloak made out of flax fiber, and it also contains feathers. Here you can see the feathers along the collar. Next, we have the kaitaka. These are mainly known for their intricate design patterns along the border, known as taniko. These are also made out of flax fiber, and even some have even been found to have feathers. Next, we have the kahukiwi. This type of garment is made from the feathers of a kiwi bird. It represents status and prestige and has been found on chiefs. Next, we have the pake, which is a type of raincoat that helps protect the person from the elements. And we have the piupiu, which is a type of skirt that is usually worn in ceremonies and dances. The skirt makes a rustling sound based on a person's movement. Next, we have Maori jewelry. Here we have pendants made from jade. The Maori people made earrings, necklaces, bracelets, tools out of jade because jade is seen as beautiful and it represents status. And then we have bone carvings as well. This type of bone carving is known as a fish hook. All right, moving on to the heitikis. These were made out of jade as well. They represented fertility and good luck. And the reason it has human-like characteristics is because it's supposed to represent the first human on Earth. Moving on to modifications, we have Tomoko tattoos. In the picture, we can see a man who had Tomoko tattoos. These tattoos were unique because they were carved into the skin and filled with ink. These tattoos represented ancestry, belief, identity, and accomplishments. You can see the tattoos feature distinct patterns and spirals. And here are my references. Thank you.